So in this question we have two separate graph questions. So you must it is also important to analyze and interpret graphs. So in this first graph there is a graph of temperature versus time for two bodies x and y. We need to find out the relation between their emissivity and the absorptive powers. Now for realizing this graph first, let us see that in an equal time interval there is greater fall in temperature for object y. That means this object y is losing heat at a faster rate. That means the emissivity of this object y is greater. Therefore we conclude that Ey is greater than Ex. Therefore the options we are left with is A and C. Now we know that Ay is equal to Ey and Ax is equal to Ex. Therefore the same pattern must exist for Ay and Ax also. So the only option that we are left with is the A option, that is the emissivity of y is greater than that of x and the absorptive power of y is also greater than the absorptive power of x. Now for the second graph, we have been given a graph of the intensity versus lambda, that is the wavelength of the light that is being radiated. We need to find out the relation between T1, T2 and T3. Now we see that this is the lambda m for case 1, let us call it lambda m1. This is lambda m2, this is lambda m3. By Wien's displacement law we know that lambda m is equal to b upon t, that is the wavelength with the maximum intensity, is equal to b upon t, where b is a constant. Now we know that lambda m3 is greater than lambda m2 is greater than lambda m1. Therefore we can write that b upon t3 is greater than b upon t2 is greater than b upon t1. That means t1 is greater than t2 is greater than t3. Therefore our answer is A part, that is t1 is greater than t2 is greater than t3. So what we realize is that as the temperature increases, the values of lambda tend to decrease. Actually, when the bodies are not so hot, then the lambda lies in the infrared region. Now as the temperature of the bodies keep on increasing, it comes down from the infrared region to the red region and the objects appear hot. So the answer for this question comes out to be T1 is greater than T2 is greater than T3, and the answer for this graph comes out to be equal to Ey is greater than Ex and Ay is greater than Ax.